after lunch, so I kind of want to go to sleep. But more than anything, I'm just not digging the material. I was expecting it to be more recent research. All his research is like from the 70s. Any case studies he presents are from back in the day, which is fine. I'm sure the concepts are pretty much the same, but I was just expecting to see more current research.
Are you having this issue with any other classes you're taking this quarter?
No, my other classes are actually okay. My other classes are fine. The professors are fine, and yeah, the material is a little bit more enjoyable.
Right. So let's talk about how your other classes you're doing okay in.
Yeah.
What other projects have you had in this class?
This was our first policy memo. We have 2 more, and we also have like a term paper, big paper, and that's pretty much it.
And what do you think was start thinking about solutions? Like, what do you think you could have done? You could do right now to kind of start being proactive for your next memo.
Definitely try to get it to the same TA is going to read it. Get it to him and get his feedback for sure, because by now I know for sure, and everybody always talks about it, he's a tough grader, and in my opinion he's an inconsistent grader. So I need to get all my work to him just a couple days before it's due, and then if my friend and I can't meet, then we already said we were going to do a Google Docs, so we started that document today for the next policy memo. And I was actually thinking of going to talk to the professor because I thought some of the comments were just way off.
Way off? What do you mean by that?
Just rude and like snarky, like
put downs? Like
I think so. I think it may be a little condescending, and maybe I just have a very different understanding of what the assignment was from him. What I got from the actual professor was policy memo, and this guy's telling us to allude to the bigger picture and quote the authors and talk about theories. In a policy memo, you can't do that as much. I guess it's just a difference.
What do you think? Where do you think the tutor's coming from when asking about alluding to the lectures and to the readings and stuff like that? Do you think he's trying to make a point or something, or?
Yeah, I guess the way to figure out if you're doing the reading or not, or if you're attending a lecture. But I feel like, and he even said you have your ideas there, you just need to develop them more. I didn't think we had the space to develop more. It was a maximum of 7 pages, and we had a chart in there of people we interviewed. It was a pretty big chart, 10 people, and then we had to get quotes from everybody. So there was just not much room to talk about much theories after we quote what people are saying. And I guess I didn't do that enough in the opportunities that we were supposed to do it.
You mentioned going to talk to the professor. Would you consider talking to the TA about it?
Yeah, I am. I definitely do. I heard, I don't know if it's 100% true, and I hope he does confirm with me, but I heard only like 3 people in the class got A-, and everybody else got B's, B+.
So, and your grade was a B+, so it was still pretty high up there, right? Compared to the rest of the class.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the whole class got B+.
Yeah, and how's the rest of your grades going right now?
So far so good. I'm supposed to get my 2 other midterms back this week, so I don't know yet. This is the first one, so I hope the rest of the week doesn't feel like this or look like this.
So this class is the class kind of you put off to the side.
This is my least favorite class. Yeah.
But you feel that, and at the same time, you feel like it's the class that you have to work the most for? Or?
No, I don't think it's the class that is most challenging or I have to work for the most. It's just the one I dislike. I think partly is because I took this class not 100% interested in it, vested in it, I should say. I took it because I was in the process of applying to a scholarship, and one of the classes, one of the 6 required classes that you had to take in order to qualify for the scholarship was that one.
Oh wow.
And it's a departmental scholarship. So I thought, and this was last quarter when I made the decision to enroll. I thought, oh, perfect, I have a chance at getting this extra funding for school, and I do have some interest in this class, not 100%, but something I did want to know. And everybody made such a big deal about the new professor from Berkeley coming to teach at our school, and he's like, okay, he's fine. So I'm in this class, and it shows that I'm not 100% there.
Wow. So what do you think you can work on to, kind of improve that? You're already in the class. Are you thinking of transferring out of the class, or?
No, it's like super late in the quarter. We can't do that.
But it seems that B+ seems like a pretty good grade to get. Most people I think would be happy. I would be happy getting a B+ in a, in an assignment. It seems like if that's one of the low grades you got, it seems like you're doing pretty good in school. Well, let's start talking solutions. So we already talked about meeting with the TA, maybe having that discussion with the TA. Also, you talked about what work you're gonna do with your partner early on. You already created a Google Doc, right? If you can't meet, keep working on the Google Doc. What other things, could you do?
I need to gauge a little bit more the readings. I need to invest more time reading the stuff, even if I'm not 100% thrilled with it. I should understand what everybody is saying. I think just keeping up with the reading should be good. But how do I address my partner? I mean, I don't blame her for not wanting to work with me again.
Well, you know what? Pretend, let's use the empty chair. Pretend, she's sitting right here. What would you tell her? Like, what would you ask her? Just pretend.
Are you mad at me because of me we got a lower grade? That's what I would ask. That's so weird.
No, just pretend. She's like sitting there.
Okay. I'm sorry that our grade was lowered, and I know he highlighted like everything I wrote, but you know how he is, and everybody talks bad about him from our other class. So I'm really sorry, and I just want to know if you're willing to work with me again. I mean, we worked together on stuff before, and you know my work, and I know yours. And I think we'd still make a good team, even if this dumb TA totally put on blast everything I did. And I just feel bad because it was all my sections, and all your work was great. And I know you were super busy, and you rushed some of your work, but you still did really good. And I did it, and I did bad. Okay, that's all I was saying.
And what do you think? How do you think she would respond?
She's so nice.
Yeah.
I think on the outside she'd be like, no, I know Mike Smart is a douchebag sometimes. I know, because we've had him in another class. I think she would respond like, I know, but she would also maybe in the inside, I don't know, maybe she won't be that honest. Maybe she is kind of pissed off.
Have you worked with her in other projects?
Yeah, many others.
And how have the projects come out in the past, and how has your work in those projects come out in the past?
Well, the last class that we took together, we also submitted a memo to this TA, and I think the highest grade we got in there was a B+/A-. That's all we got before, and in the past, we've gotten solid A's together, and for other classes with other people in group projects, and we've gotten A-.
And were you, was your work good?
I don't know. I liked what we did. I thought I loved my group members, but
as you as a contributor to the team, how did you feel?
I don't know. Like, I could have done more. They always take on, I guess, the cooler sections of projects.
And what do you take on?
Whatever is left. Sometimes when I